Nityanandam, this is Mahanitya Sarvamangala bringing Paramahamsa Nityananda Swamiji's blessings to all of you. So in this video, I wanted to share what is the difference between inner awakening and Mahasadashivoham. So as you might know, inner awakening is, I always say, is the awakening of the inner you. It is something that we all have, but we are not aware of. It's the latent energy, the kundalini in us is awakened and taken up slowly through its natural pathways, and in the process a lot of cleansing happens in terms of detoxifying our different layers, the physical layer, the emotional layer, the mental layer, the visualization layer. So what this means is we get rid of karmas or blocks in the flow of energy, if that is one way of looking at it. Another way could be to say the patterns that are that we have that limits us, the limiting patterns are broken, and we move on to a more expansive state of awareness about understanding about ourselves and life. So what this does is it gives you such a huge boost in confidence in life, in opens up so many possibilities for you to explore. It's like if you are right now, if you are dreaming of one star, reaching up to 1 star or 2 stars, inner awakening will open up the whole sky to you, that you can aspire for any star, you can reach out to the stars, and makes it possible. See, a lot of people don't even think it's possible. They don't even think about it or look at it. So, but inner awakening will make all that possible for you to look at all the huge, much more expansive areas of life to expand, explore, and take action and do something. Only then you will know whether you're going to be successful or not. But because you have Swamiji as a guru and him blessing you and his energy supporting you, you will be successful. Now, what is Mahasadashivoham? From this perspective, you should see. So now, assuming you have done inner awakening, or even if you have not done, now you are at a certain level of, you have evolved from your earlier self to earlier identity and earlier thoughts about what you thought you were, others were, life was, and etc. And you now, with inner awakening, you know how to change any of it. That is the completion you have achieved. You know, if you want to manifest something, or if something outside is happening that is not to your liking, how you can change it. Learning the science of manifestation. Now, in Mahasadashivoham, now all of this is going to go to the next level. What Swamiji said is he's going to open up the different dimensions of the cosmos. Now there are 11 dimensions and at least 14 lokas that we have read in our books, and what science is authenticating now, and which science is also saying the brain thinks in terms of these 11 dimensions. But because we do not know it, for so long we have been only thinking and assessing based on the 2-3 dimensions that we decided the brain was capable of processing. So only now we know how much of the brain that is actually working. We have been ignoring it. We have not been using it. It's actually an insult to ourselves, isn't it? It's like saying you have 2 legs and 2 hands, but all the life you thought you only had 2 fingers instead of all of this. So how cheated would anybody feel if they discovered this? So it is like that. So Swamiji said this was what we lived. This is what the great Hindu tradition and the Vedic tradition had given to us, the lifestyle, the practices, the philosophy, if you want to call it. There's no such term as philosophy in Indian tradition. They are called darshanas. A darshana is what Rishi or a Muni or a yogi has seen with his inner eye. The reality, and his particular world view, cosmic view, I guess you can say, is called the darshana, and that is what has come down to us as 6 darshanas, whether Sankhya, Bauddha, Nyaya, Nyayika. So like that, there are 6 ones, and each one, and we have the freedom to choose whichever we feel we can identify with more easily. So now getting back to our Mahasadashivoham. So accessing, just like how we feel entitled that we should all have basics in life. No one has to struggle for life. That is the worldview of the Vedic tradition, that everything required for survival should not be a business. It should be something that's easily available. Imagine if God started If God had said, air is not free, you have to buy it from me, where would that leave us? Air and water. It was not that way. We have made it that way. That is a different story. But that was not the way. So same way, we feel entitled to it. Now, if you see a lot of issues everywhere, people feel entitled to something which they are not getting, which is where the struggle is happening. So, in the great wisdom of the highly evolved beings of our ancient masters, they have said that anything related to survival, food, medical care, education should be freely available to all. And they had created a civilization and a practice and a lifestyle that supported this. And with time, like everything else, there has been dilution and corruption and due to invasion, complete break in the traditions. So now, in those days when we had that highly evolved lifestyle, it meant that people felt not only entitled to this, they did not feel the need to compete on these lines. Now they had the time to explore the other aspects of life, the higher dimensions of their life. And that is why you read stories of people, whether it's Arjuna having the power of the third eye to be able to shoot a target without even looking at it through his physical eyes, or traveling to different lokas, having exchanges, bringing whether it is medicine, flowers, which you have heard, or gems, precious materials from different lokas to use. So that is the lifestyle at the highest level that we can live, and which is what Mahasadashivoham is going to give to us all and make it available to us. How much we use it is up to us. Just like if you have a pass which says you can travel anywhere on any flight to any part of the world free. Now it's your choice where you want to go, how you want to go, what you want to do. So, but you have the choice, and you can always choose to explore everything, or shortlist a few and stick to it. Same thing, Mahasadashivoham is going to open up so many lokas and dimensions, and it means that not just you're traveling to those places, but also interacting with other beings, learning their civilization, their culture. And so it's an expansion of ourselves when we learn something new. Anyone who has traveled across the seas to different lands and different cultures, you will know how much you have learned and expanded just when you go live in a different place by learning the cultures and the traditions of a different area. So it is an expansion of our own being, of our own selves. And when we expand, expansion is like a breath. It makes life so much more enriching, so much more enjoyable, and it is a kind of an inspiration that keeps us going every day. Otherwise, what is there to do in life? We can always we can always look on the negative side and just get depressed and commit suicide. So that is not the purpose of life. So what Swamiji is giving is a breakthrough to whole of mankind. It is not just that few people who do Mahasadashivoham alone are going to be benefited. There will be benefits to everybody. But the people who are taking the lead, who are going to be first to take the step forward, are always the privileged set. So I hope all of you will join in this particular thing. And if you have any blocks, if you are listening to it, understand that you are meant to hear it and you are meant to take that step. And if you feel any block in anything that is blocking you or stopping you from making this happen for you, you can post your comment. And Swamiji has blessed everybody, and that he is even going to remove Maya to make this happen for people. It is that important. So, because he never usually says that so simply. To even remove Maya means to tells you how much it is important, not just for you in this life, but for you in all your lives, in the evolution of you as a spiritual being. Please post any issues that you have. We can work through all of them. There's nothing called impossible in life. It just needs a solution. It just needs some energy, and it just needs the blessings of an avatar. So, which anyone who has sincere intention for Mahasadashivoham has it. And now Swamiji has made it so easy. No long sadhana, no long years of spiritual practice, or even short time span. There's no hard spiritual practices. Now everything comes in an aushadha, a small mixture. You mix it, apply it, and Swamiji does the initiation and everything else. And That's all the transformation, that's all need for the transformation to happen, for the breakthrough in our physical, on all our layers, to open up these dimensions in ourselves, to open up that part in ourselves where we can access these dimensions. So, and how precious gift is that? Even if you cannot buy it anywhere, so if you miss the chance, there's not another one coming along the corner. So this is not a business, this is not a product you can buy off the market. So please consider this with that kind of sincerity and gravity, and make a decision that is for you. If you do not stand up for you, who else is going to stand up? Only you know what you want deep inside, what is happening inside you. Nobody else can do it. Unless you met some of the people who have been mind readers and initiated by Swamiji, nobody can say they know what is good for you. Only you can. So make the decision for you, not just for this life, but for lifetimes to come. And when you make the decision in this path, know that it is not that it benefits you. It is not a selfish step. I think it was Ramana Maharshi who said, when we turn towards ourselves and whatever we do to for that, even though it may look selfish, it actually benefits everybody, because the self is oneness. Like, it can never be selfish completely. It just seems that way because we are breaking common social understandings to take a step, which was part of our culture, but we have forgotten it. So that is why it's becoming so. That is why it has become a difficult step these days to take. But otherwise, most traditions did allow for this kind of an expression in the individual. When they have a desire to find their own self, they were given the freedom to explore it. So just to reiterate, do not ignore the small voice inside you speaking up. It is the God in you saying and giving you the clue. It is your intuition telling you what needs to happen for you to be the best for you. And what is best for you will be the best for your family also. So any issues, please post comments. I will reply to you and work with you to make it happen for you. So thank you for listening. And if you have any questions regarding either inner awakening or Mahasadashivoham, please contact me. Thank you. Nityanandam.